I was introduced to Make-A-Wish when I worked for Wells Fargo Foundation. I still do. I talked with our board member and said, wouldn't it be fun if we could get our team members together and maybe we could do something extra special. So that's how we met Alyssa, and that's how we got involved with Make-A-Wish. So we were going to grant her wish, and her wish was more about fairy tales, and so I was the fairy godmother, and my daughter Natalie played one of the characters and was in full costume. She was Alice in Wonderland and participated in making Alyssa's wish come true. And we just had a ball doing it, you know, together, and it was nice to have my daughter alongside to see somebody else's dreams come true. So it was a really fun family part. In December of 2014, I picked up my daughter from a party, and she got in the car and said, "My knee really is killing me." And she played volleyball, so I was thinking maybe she had done something silly at the party, and you know, no big deal. Fast forward, you know, 6 months after that, after, you know, 5 MRIs, CT scans, open biopsies, needle biopsies, we find out that my own daughter had cancer.
At first I was just kind of, I guess, in shock. Didn't really know what it meant. You hear the word cancer and it's like, it just sounds bad just saying it, and it doesn't, you know, it's not a good feeling to be told. And then I think maybe an hour after, I kind of asked more like, oh, what does that mean? Stuff like that. And I think the part that hurt the most was learning that I was going to lose my hair, because I don't know why, but in my mind I felt like, oh, you know, if I don't look like it, I have cancer on the outside, maybe it won't be as bad on the inside. It was very hard to know that, like, your world's going to be turned upside down and you can't really do anything about it.
So we started on the process, got fantastic doctors at UC Davis, got into the hospital pretty quickly with her first round of chemotherapy in July, right before her 16th birthday. We had a fabulous doctor, Dr. Pawar, who came by on rounds and was talking to us about Make-A-Wish.
And then I told her about what me and my mom did for Alyssa, the Make-A-Wish, and then she said, "Oh, Alyssa, yeah, I know about you. Alyssa was my patient," and it was so crazy how, like, it all comes back around.
Make-A-Wish became a much bigger deal. And for months we would talk about and dream about what this vacation would be like. You know, what do you really want to do? And of course they're throwing out, you know, do you want to travel and swim with dolphins, or do you want to go to Disneyland? And my daughter's all about Christmas.
I really love Christmas and Christmas time, and I've always wanted to go to New York, and I've always wanted to see a Broadway show. And so I think that finally I thought, yeah, that'd be an amazing wish, is to stay in New York at Christmas time, because it's just like my dream.
We ultimately landed on Christmas in New York, and of course she wanted it to snow. So that was really important for her to dream about this wish that she might have.
I think the day the people came and asked me about my wish, and, you know, asked me what I wanted to do, and like they wrote down a bunch of stuff, like what my favorite snacks were, stuff like that, I just started to like get really, really excited, and it was just like really something to really look forward to, and I think it helped me a lot.
You know, the wish seemed to just continue forever. We had the wish and we knew we were going to New York, but the very next day they're whisking us away in a limousine, and Macy's has given her a day of shopping, and they rolled out the red carpet for us. They had her write a letter to Santa. They had a personal shopper. They all dressed in costume. They were clapping and cheering, and they let her pick out outfits and just spent spent a really fun day in preparation, and then we were like packing and ready to go. Like in 3 days, we were on a flight.
There wasn't a time where I was like, ugh, I'm too tired to do this or anything, because it really was like I needed to take advantage of this opportunity. When am I ever going to stay at the Plaza in New York ever again, or like the Eloise Suite? And me and my best friend Abby went, and we just had like the time of our lives. And my mom and my aunt went, and they had a great time, and it was just like every moment was just so much fun, and yeah, it was just the best trip ever.
It was a dream. It really was a dream. And every day there was something magical that happened that wasn't supposed to happen. People were just unbelievably kind and open and generous, and just those memories. We will never forget those memories. Those are part of who we are now. We talk about it in the car almost, you know, weekly for sure, but sometimes it's even daily, wishing we could be back in New York.
Make-A-Wish is just the best thing about cancer. There's not a lot of good things, but it's one of the best. And you have this trip or experience you go on, and it really is like having something you've always wanted to do. Cancer really is terrible, but knowing that you have a Make-A-Wish experience at the end of it really makes it all really amazing.